finding time to do, I think, all the things that we love to do. Look, in my 56 years, as short as life is, it's still 56 years. I find plenty of time to do the things. I think the secret is to find what you're passionate about. And once you have a passion, it makes the decisions for you. Things either fulfill that passion or don't, and it makes saying no to things a lot easier. I think we all have transformative experiences in our life, particularly when we're young, that play a significant role in the choices and decisions we make later in life. I was an immigrant from Switzerland moving to Australia at the age of 6, from a very artistic family. So although something great was given to me by moving to Australia, something else was taken away. And this dilemma, this conundrum, I guess fueled my curiosity for the feelings I had inside, the things I had lost, and the things that I had to gain. So I was also fortunate to have gone to a school that was very theatrical. So I discovered theatre as a way of entering this realm of fantasy where I could give a form to all the things happening inside me as a young man, whether I understood them or not, and express them. So it just took me to see the right performance by a North American contemporary circus company at the age of 17, where the skin buzzed. I couldn't wait for the show to finish so I could run, physically run, because I knew at that moment, that's the direction, that's what I want to do. Comedy, physical, aesthetic, beautiful and interactive. The performing arts have and haven't changed. I think the fundamental role and responsibility of the performing arts is the same as it always has been. It is a way for humans to explore themselves, their fantasy world, the subconscious world a little more, to give the audience the courage to ask questions about themselves that in everyday life they may not have the courage to ask, to transport them to a bigger sense of awareness about themselves. I think one of the things that has changed with the performing arts and many other aspects of our lives is the permission to do these things, a freedom to express, even the permission to do things. You could be a street performer in the world when I first started 30-some years ago. These days, it's a lot more difficult. You either need permission or it's not allowed. So I think certain opportunities have been taken away from us to explore, to develop, to create work for performing artists and life in general. I think it's much more restrictive these days. I think the performing arts in particular, involving real people on stage or real people interacting with you, is that reality is turned into fantasy. So we as the observer can be much more honest and direct about what we think is going on. We don't have to be polite. We can laugh at someone's misfortunes. We can weep at someone's sorrow openly. I think it allows us to be much more honest. And I think ultimately the performing arts is about encouraging audiences to be brutally honest about what they think and feel and who they are. As someone who's privileged to work with students entering the performing arts, I think I see the same challenges that I faced that all the other generations in the history of performing arts have faced. Potential persecution, being ridiculed, people being jealous, the system being jealous of this freedom that you symbolise. So that remains the same. Of course, every epoch and every era has a different challenge as well. I think the onset of alternative entertainment forms, not least of all this COVID symptom, has taken people away from real life experiences into their living rooms even more. So I think this is one challenge, is to recapture audiences, is to get audiences to appreciate the interactive, the real experiences again. You're told from a little child, oh, don't be so, don't cry, or be tough, or don't act like a child, grow up, act your age. We don't say those things, we don't do this, we don't say that, we don't think, and in the end, all that honesty is your private world. Yeah. It's beautiful for you, but to share it is I wish them all the best. It is always a challenge. And I believe if you are passionate, it will show you the way forwards. If you are ambitious, be careful. I think for the performing artist, passion will serve you far, far better than ambition does.